Go over gear review for Vinson. I've got all my stuff laid out here, and I thought I'd go through sort of a quick, comprehensive review of what gear you need on Vinson and other mountains. Again, wild med adventures. This could change on what your personal preferences are, but let's start with sort of the top. Go through sort of what you need for your headgear. Basically, I like buffs, so I've got a couple of different buffs. One's a little heavier, one's a thinner buff. Obviously, just a regular old ski cap, black diamond, and a couple of face masks. So a couple buffs, a couple face masks, a good mask there. Even though it's going to be light most of the time on the glacier, I did bring a headlamp if I want to read or something in the tent. That covers your face and head. And so for goggles, which is important, we've got two different glacier glasses. Here's just a basic Julbo with the neck guard, so you can take them off, you won't lose them. Then I've got two different pairs of ski goggles. One that adjusts to the light, so if it's really bright, it'll go from like 4% down to 40%. These are Zeal. Then I've got a lighter, so if it's a dark, cloudy day, I've got sort of a brighter goggle. So there's two goggles and two sunglasses. Alright, so that's basically your head and face, and then we'll kind of go through the layers. Again, if you start with the feet, got a few heavy-duty mountaineering. These are darn tough and smart wool. Some people have different preferences, but I think these pretty much do it. I like them up kind of high above the calf, and some liner socks. I'll probably only take one or two of these liner socks in combination. So that's for your feet. And then I've got, basically these are super lightweight, just a down booty, which come in handy for walking around the snow or going to the bathroom or getting out of your tent when you don't want to put your boots on. So that'll be used probably at the high camp and up higher on the glacier. So moving along here to base layers, I've got two sets, a very thin pant insulation layer and an Eastern Mountain Sports, just a heavier, thicker base layer, which you could use in combination, either sleep in or underneath your stretch guide pants. This year I'm trying out the Black Diamond Patrol Stretch Guide Pant. The reason I went with these is basically it's a little bit lighter color than my black guide pants that I usually use, my Eddie Bauer guide pants. They also have ventilation, so if you're getting hot or it's really sunny on the glacier, you can ventilate a little easier. They have some suspenders, which I probably wouldn't even use, but decent. These are Black Diamond Patrol Pant. So you can have your base layer, your patrol pant, and then you've got some sort of thick compressor pant. These are the Mountain Hardwear compressor pants. They got full zip, so you can put them on if you get cold at the summit or while you're hiking. You can get them on over your boots and on over your gear. They come off easily and you can put them on quickly. So those are Mountain Hardwear compressor pants. And then to finish that off, what you could use just if you get a little cold or there's high winds, the next pant, this is just a Black Diamond. Again, full zipped, full wind protection, but not very breathable. But a good outer layer if you got hurt or you got cold. You can put this over the entire layers of your pants. So if you were freezing or injured, you could put on your base layers, your stretch guide pant, your compressor pants, and then your wind layer at the top. And of course, your Wild Made banner, which is a necessity in all packing gears. Let's actually just go to gloves here quickly since I'm here. A couple different liner pairs. Sometimes these will get wet, they may be harder to dry, so I usually take two. You can fit these inside of your gloves. A thicker leather palmed glove, like the Black Diamond guide gloves, good for if you're using any kind of rope work. You got a little bit more flexibility than a mitt. You can use your ascender. You can use this to deal with ropes. Plus or minus another lightweight pair that's easily flexible and has a leather palm. May or may not take these. And then a backup, super warm. These are the Outdoor Research mitts. They also have like Black Diamond Alti mitts or Mercury mitts. These are my backup mitts. And then recommended some hand warmers. Again, don't always take these, but in a cold environment, it may come in handy to open one of those up in the morning and have a couple of hand warmers ready to go. So that's head, eyes, feet, obviously some synthetic underwear, probably 1 or 2, 3 pairs is plenty. And then your base layers for your pants and legs. Same sort of system with the upper body. Kind of got a long sleeve base layer, which is thin, Probably spend most of my time in this shirt. It's a long sleeve, pretty breathable polyester. And then on top of that, you got a couple different systems. If it's a warm sunny day, I've got just an Echo hoodie from Outdoor Research. Just a long sleeve, blocks the sun. It's kind of lightweight, but blocks a little bit of the wind, and it's also got a hoodie if you get a little bit cold. Then I've got a little thicker insulating layer. This is just from EMS. It's basically Eastern Mountain Sports, the Tech Wick, a little bit thicker. So if you wanted just a little extra layer over top of your base layer, it's an insulated layer. And then I always take a fleece. This is just one of my favorites. Just an Eddie Bauer down fleece. Lots of different systems here. I've got a wind layer that sometimes would fit nicely over your base layers. It's stretchable. It's an Outdoor Research. Actually, what was this? This is the men's Feroci hooded jacket. So I'll probably take that, especially on warm days. And then you've got your sort of warmer layers, insulating layers. So like a medium weight down jacket. This is a Outdoor Research again. It folds up in its pocket essentially. And this is the, which one was this? This is the incandescent hoodie, men's incandescent hoodie. So I'll leave that zipped. So you've got your base layers, some medium layers, maybe a light stretch wind layer. You've got a medium down. And then I've got an outer wind layer, which is black diamond. Again, for high winds or if you just get cold on a summit or sitting around camp, you got sort of an outer shell, hard shell. And then I've got a big down jacket that I'll keep crunched up, usually probably only on the summit or it's super cold. This is the Eddie Bauer series. That's sort of it for legs and mid-weight layers. If we look at sort of other necessities as far as feet goes, I'm just going to take the down booties. I'm going to take the Everest Malay built-in system, so it's got the gaiter attached. Worn these on other mountains, super warm. The thing to know is it's just, you can take out the inside booty and dry those or wear them in your sleeping bag at night if you need to keep your feet warm and keep them dry. But they're built-in system, so this should work well. And then I've got a Petzl Vasic crampon, which is straps because it'll fit different size boots, but you could use a toe clip with these. I'll probably take these for Union Glacier and for the base camp because you can walk around some in camps, and I'll probably leave them there and not take them up to the higher camps with something to just get yourself out of the boots and be able to walk around a little bit. So looking at gear, again, basic setup, lightweight harness is a black diamond Callure, then an ascender for the fixed lines, 6 or 7 carabiners, 2 small lockers, 2 big lockers, some cord to arrange our sleds, tie up our backpacks, and any kind of slings we may need for our ascenders, and some other just basic cord. And this is 5-6 millimeter cord, 6 millimeter and 5, I think. Then I've got 2 Nalgene bottles with insulators. Got a sleeping pad. They've actually got the foam sill pads already on Vinson this year, so just needed a inflatable pad. And then just something to eat. Just a insulated, basically a bowl with a mug and just a regular foldable spoon. It all goes together. All right, other sort of little accessories. Basically, you know, I like having things that I like to eat. So if you take some drink supplements or any kind of bars that you know you like, might be worth taking. I'll probably break this down a little bit lighter, but there's chewing gum, special bars, gels, some energy food that I know I enjoy there. Obviously you need your toiletry bag, which here I've got some nightshades that I can wear, some sunscreen, lotion. I like Vaseline, a small tube of Vaseline if your nose face gets dried out. Some toothpaste, some lip balm, and sunscreen, and a couple of wet wipes. Then obviously, got to decide on a set of cameras you like to take. I'm going to take a GoPro and a regular just Nikon camera, but make sure you have all your chargers and everything so we can charge up at Union Glacier and at base camp. So we should be able to keep these all organized and charged. As far as other accessories, you got obviously your ice axe, some adjustable hiking poles, And then this is a -40 Western Mountaineering sleeping bag. So you want something they recommend down to -40. Takes up a big part of your bag. And I'm using a little bit heavier backpack. They recommend at least 75 liters. This is the Gregory Denali Pro, which I've used on a lot of different trips. It's a little heavier, but it's really well cushioned, and it feels like the weight's lighter because it just feels so well. So I decided to take it. It's a little bit heavier. It's about 7.5 pounds instead of 4 to 5 pounds, but I think it's worth the weight. And I should be able to fit everything in there easily. Obviously, a utility knife or pocket knife. And then I'll also fly over with a basic small day pack, which I will keep just some things that I need here in the hotel while I'm in Punta Arenas, because they're going to load the bags up tomorrow. That's sort of your basic kit, and then obviously something to fly over in, and you'll just need some sort of extra large North Face bag or some sort of Patagonia bag to carry all your gear in. And a sun cap for the lower glacier. I think that pretty much covers it. I get a lot of questions about gear, so hopefully this will help sort of decide what you want to do. I've also got a med kit, and I'll just show you my med kit quickly. I know they're going to have some meds there, but I've got a few different antibiotics, some GI stuff, antacids, ibuprofen, Tylenol, Imodium, Zofran. I've got nicardipine, dexamethasone, Bactrim, azithro, Doxy, a few different ones because we are going to be pretty far out of reach. Some Sudafed, some decongestants, Pepto-Bismol, things like that. So most of the run-of-the-mill stuff. And then in my basic med kit, for any kind of accidents or anything, I've got some ACE wraps, some safety pins. I got lidocaine, needle drivers, suture set, blister care, tweezers, Dermabond, some basic bandages, some proparacaine for your eyes if you get UV keratitis, something like that. You can actually numb up the eye with that. And I've got some like emergency strong tape, some fingernail clippers, some needles, and some basic stuff for pain control. Trying to think if there's anything else. I got some bupivacaine and lidocaine. That pretty much does it. So it's not terribly heavy med kit, but it's probably a little more than most people would take. But I'd like to be just a little extra prepared in that regard. So that's our Vinson climb. Everything in a nutshell. So yeah, please feel free to comment, add comments about what gear you like or what you would take or what you would switch out, as I find it pretty helpful when you're trying to pack for these to be real organized. And lots of stuff sacks are also helpful. You can see I've got some stuff sacks here, but break down all your gear in different stuff sacks so you know what's in what. Obviously you keep your gloves or different things in different stuff sacks to make it compress and be able to fit all this into your backpack. Anyways, thanks. We're ready to go. I think we got a couple of days, so hopefully we'll be heading out of here in 24, 48 hours and hit the glacier. So keep you with some updates.